Should you arch in your bench press if muscle growth is the goal?
Yes.
Do you care to explain more? Do you care to explain?
Nah, fuck them.
Nah, just do it. Just do it. So everyone's going to be killing over the fucking doing these ones. You know, they push off the...
Yeah, look, there is probably a range of arch that is required, necessary, advantageous. Maybe advantageous is the right word.
Mm-hmm.
There would be a spectrum.
Absolutely.
I am still a believer that unless you are put together exceptionally well for the bench press, that it is a strength exercise that will contribute to overall hypertrophy. It's not an amazing hypertrophy exercise, just due to the range of motion and etc.
So speaking of all the bros that just totally disregarded what you said because we love to bench press.
I understand.
So they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Bench pressing makes you better at everything else.
But we like to bench press because people ask us how much we bench.
You also all have fucked shoulders. So listen to
look
me.
in the mirror, right?
So that's the argument, right? So if you do have an arch in your bench press, you'll have a more stable shoulder. You'll be able to move more weight. So you'll actually have a greater strength stimulus. Arguably,
much nicer on your shoulder joints too.
It reduces range of motion a little bit, but then you're counteracting that with increased load. So is the tension similar? Yes, through a shorter range of motion. Yes. Is the growth the same? I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think the spectrum thing kind of answers the question, really. Like, there's a little bit of arch to, like, kind of protect yourself and lift the heavy shit, and then there's an arch where you're cutting the movement off so you can fucking lift more.
Yeah.
So it's like you're making there's, like, a spectrum of, like, this is what I need to keep myself safe and move the load. This is making the movement as efficient as possible, and it's not actually about the muscle anymore. It's about the movement. Yeah. So we can just disassociate... For a bodybuilder who wants to bench press, if we can disassociate the I'm trying to make the movement efficient part, that's not bodybuilding anyway.
And I would argue that 99% of bodybuilders would actually be trying to maximize their arch because they're not going to have the mobility to get into a position that's actually cutting.
If you got a bit of size, like you can't.
You're not doing it.
most big benches,
unless you really try to.
Absolutely.
Like Will's fucking massive and has a huge arch because he hung over a foam roller for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just happen.
Yeah, and everyone who usually has, like, a big chest, like, doesn't have a big arch unless they have purposely created, like you just said.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just naturally, like, the chest is huge, like, because they've gotten away with just using pressing the chest to press up, like, not
mechanically advantageous to the movement.
Not make the movement efficient to move the weight. They have the muscle mass to move the weight.
Yeah. So if I was training a physique person and they wanted to bench press, or even like, would I use the bench press? Yes, with the goal that it's going to improve your dumbbell press, incline press, machine press.
It still builds muscle.
Everything. Yeah.
It's still like,
of course.
Yeah. Like, we don't want to move away from something that we just, like, people just get so caught up in
it's like
the
what we
minutia.
were talking about with, like, just, can you row your body weight? Can you chin up?
Yeah,
like before you fucking...
I love that question.
Before you cuddle a incline bench and single arm row on the cables. Like, can you fucking row something?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same.
Yeah, bench is the same. It's like, it still builds muscle. It's like, just for some people, and that's any exercise, it's not going to be the best thing. But it's like, you know, a small portion of you won't be able to maximize the anabolic benefits from one exercise. Big deal.
Yeah.
But everybody else will.
I think there's, and the strength benefits that carry over to everything else is worth it.
Yeah, just protect yourself. Like, that's it. Like, I think, you know, because it's a stable exercise. You're going to move more than, like, a dumbbell. Like, everyone benches more than they do with dumbbells. Like, protect yourself. Arching yourself slightly does protect yourself. Correct. Yeah. And then have at it, King.
Yeah, get it.
I know a male asked that question.